Love and light, siblings. Happy Tuesday. So this download was very, very, very specific. Take what resonates, leave the rest. These messages are timeless, so whenever you come across them, is when you're meant to find them. You know, um, yeah, this, it was, it was, it just kept coming and coming. It was just like very loud. You know what I mean? If someone is struggling with the thought of being the bastard child, um, whether they were birthed out of wedlock, whether they were, casted out by the family, whether they didn't feel supported by the family. I'm here to tell you, whoever you are, oh sis, it was all part of the training. It was all part of the training. If you didn't feel loved, if you didn't feel seen, if you didn't feel heard, you felt like you were ostracized, you were, you know, left for dead, like abandoned. You know what I mean? Like somebody's struggling with this feeling right now. Like what I'm also hearing is this is like the last hurdle. I'm hearing this is like the last hurdle for someone to release. You know what I mean? Like this is what you need to release. This is it needs to go. Because it was all training, soldier. You know what I mean? You were being trained. All the alienation, all the abandonment, all the back talk, you know what I mean? All the not feeling a part of, not feeling like you belong. You know what I mean? Left in unfamiliar surroundings. You know what I mean? Not being able to be a part of family and your real family's life because they just ever they abandoned you. They didn't believe you. Or maybe it was the scenario where, you were born out of wedlock. Your parents weren't married when you were born, or maybe one of your parents was married to somebody else when you were born. You know what I mean? And then the family that was married, you know what I mean, the ones that had the actual title, you know what I mean, of mother and father, the same last name or whatever, made you feel some kind of way. Or try to project this image onto you as if you weren't worthy, like you weren't important, you really didn't belong. You were just a mistake, or you were just something that happened. You know what I mean? Somebody is struggling with this right now. What I'm hearing is somebody is really struggling with being a bastard child. But I'm here to tell you, it was all training. It was all about training you to be able to be in mission, full mission. You know what I mean? Because if you can experience the betrayal and the abandonment from the ones that you truly believe that you needed in your life, then you can handle anything. You know what I mean? If the people that you believe that should have had your back, or the people that should have loved you, or made you feel seen, made you feel heard, and they weren't there for you, then you can deal and face anything in life. Like anything in life thrown at you is just child's play at that point. Because as a child, we need to be nurtured by the people that we can trust and we feel safe with. You know what I mean? And who other than that than our family? And if your family throws you away, or they don't make you feel validated or seen or heard or loved, then you have nobody to depend on but yourself and the people that you might need along the way. But there were lessons learned in those along the way, because those people that you trusted, you know what I mean, that you thought you could trust, and they seemed like they were family, they betrayed you too. So you feel double betrayed. You know what I mean? You're feeling like somebody's feeling like they're in this world and they've been betrayed by everybody that they ever loved. That's fucked up. But I'm here to tell you, it was all training. It was all training. Because see, what I'm hearing is that you know what I mean. Like you've come over milestones and milestones, and you've overcome, you've transmuted pain to the point where you see pain coming and you decide how it's going to affect you. You feel me? You follow me? Like you see pain coming. You know what I mean? Maybe you're over analytical now. Maybe you're over. Maybe you're just very, very selective about who you allow around you. Maybe you're very selective about the connections that you make with people. Maybe you have commitment issues. Maybe you have trust issues. Your discernment is very, very sharp, is what I'm hearing. Whoever I'm speaking to, your discernment is very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. You like to play with it at times. You like to play with people. You like to see how far they're going to take it, or what they're going to say, or how they're going to do, and what they're going to pretend to be, or who they say they're going to be. But then you watch actions too. Like you watch people's actions. You know what I mean. You make sure that their words match their actions, and when you don't, you just say, "Oh, go, go," is what I'm hearing. Like you remove yourself. But somebody, this is the last hurdle I'm hearing. Like, this is the last hurdle. This is the last hurdle I'm hearing for you. It's like this last little bit. And it may not seem like a little bit. I don't want to minimize by saying little bit. But what I'm hearing is this is the last little bit. This is your last chance. And I certainly do not want to minimize anybody who felt like they were ostracized by their own people. Anybody that felt like they were a bastard child, that they were always in trouble and the family just wrote you off. I do not want to minimize it because that is a real feeling. And that is a scar that you've carried with you for a long time, from what I hear. Somebody has been carrying this with them for a long, long time. You know what I mean? Like daddy left, mommy left. Why? What was wrong with me? Why wasn't I worth them sticking around? Why didn't they stick around for me to see me grow, to help me grow, to help me feel loved and safe? It wasn't you. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, it wasn't you. It had nothing to do with you, as a matter of fact, because you were chosen for a specific mission. And these people that were your parents, your family, they were chosen as well to do what they did to you because you were on a mission. You were being trained for a specific mission. Somebody's not quite sure what their mission is. They still haven't figured it out. They're a little confused because they're listening to everybody else. Everybody's telling them this, do that, do this, do that. Or maybe they're getting tarot readings. Maybe they're going to people and they're like, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What's coming next? What's coming next? Maybe you're abusing divination right now. Maybe you're trying to see too far into the future instead of staying grounded and staying in the day, the moment. You know what I mean? Feeling your feelings, understanding how you're feeling at the moment, in the moment, how other people are making you feel. How does it help you? Is it helping you progress? Are you moving forward? Are you benefiting from it? Are you feeling good about yourself? But the download was crazy. It was like somebody yeah, is struggling with feeling like they were the bastard child. But on the other side, I'm like, well, damn, that's a hell of a message. Why do I need to tell people that? Why do I need to speak on this? And was the answer to that question was because this is the last, like, I'm speaking to somebody who's been doing some serious, who's been through the dark night of the soul, who's been really taking the time to learn about themselves, really dissect themselves piece by piece, page by page, layer by layer. And they've accepted, parts of their journey as a child into their teens and preteens, teens, and into a young adulthood, into adulthood. You know what I mean? And they've watched themselves progress. They've watched them repeat themselves, repeat patterns. And now they're starting to, get to a point where they're saying, okay, maybe the reason why I repeat patterns is because of what I saw or what I didn't get or how I didn't feel. You know what I mean? So I treat people, like they're disposable because I was disposed of. You know what I mean? Like next, next, next. You know what I mean? Like I said a little while ago, you know what I mean? Never really knew what commitment, solid foundation was built on. Never really was taught, saw that. You know what I mean? So they're like, people were disposed. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm in love with love, but I know this is not going to last forever. So I'm just going to enjoy the ride for as long as I can until the other person decides that I'm not, or they're not what I need, or I'm not what they need. Somebody's growing up. Somebody's growing up. Somebody is really, somebody is really finally learning their lesson. Somebody is really embracing the journey, is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it was painful because what I'm feeling, it wasn't painful because what I'm feeling is somebody who's been really, I mean, really going through it lately, especially lately, to the point where they're feeling like I was really the bastard child. I was the problem child. I was the troublemaker. I was the one that everybody didn't want to deal with. I was the one that nobody listened to because I was always doing something for attention. So learned behavior, right? If I'm bad, they'll pay attention, or if they give me an ass whooping, at least they're paying attention. They were shown the wrong way to love, or to be in commitment, or how to build a foundation, how to be loyal, how to, self love, self acceptance. They weren't shown it. This person, whoever I'm picking up on, was not shown it. They were just showing the fast life, the money, cars, the this, the bitches, the booze, the whatever. You know what I mean? Next, 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 next. They never was shown a healthy, loving environment. And they were kicked out of that so-called healthy environment that really wasn't healthy. And they're really struggling with the thought of being the bastard child. They're feeling like a throwaway. They're feeling like they're not accepted. Like no matter how much they try. So in their mind, it's everybody else's fault. It's not theirs. They're trying to understand why nothing lasts. They're trying to understand what the problem is. And so in trying to understand that, they're looking at themselves and they're saying they're the problem. Somebody's actually taking accountability for their own behavior. Somebody's feeling really lost right now. Somebody is feeling really, really lost. Somebody is thinking about all the decisions they've made, you know, the people that they did wrong, because they felt so bitter inside because they felt like the people that they needed the most betrayed them. And so they didn't, attaching themselves to people, that was a difficult task because they tried to do that with their own kin, their own family, and they wouldn't allow it. They kept pushing them away. They kept calling them bad, the bad penny, bad penny, the demon seed, the devil's child, the this and that, and the other thing. They labeled them. They kept pushing them away. They kept making them feel like they weren't a part of. Until this person finally just said, you know what, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of anything ever again. I will never allow somebody to hurt me or get that close to me ever again. So everywhere they've gone after that, it's been a fucking shit show. Sorry, but that's what I'm hearing. It's been a shit show. And finally, somebody's actually sitting down with themselves and looking themselves in the mirror and saying, what the fuck? You over this shit. What's going on? Why am I not happy? Why am I not where I want to be in life? Everything starts out really good, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart. So somebody is really just, somebody's feeling like, they're looking at themselves and they're saying, what is wrong with me? But there's nothing wrong with you. This was all part of the training. Because eventually there would come a day where you were going to be able to tell your story. And you were going to be able to turn your heart and love, you know what I mean? You were going to be able to turn your heart into that closed, bitter, non-committal heart was going to eventually one day open. And this is where somebody's at right now. They want to be loved. They want to give love. They want to be a part of something. They want a family. They want to build a foundation. They don't want to be the bastard child anymore. They want a family. They want to be a part. They want to feel needed. They want to feel wanted. Somebody's in a bad place right now. Feel like if you know somebody that feels, you know what I mean, that maybe somebody has said these things to you, or maybe you know somebody who's lived their life this way, pray, pray for them. I'm not saying that you have to get involved. I'm not saying you have to do any of that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that if this story sounds, if it resonates with somebody that came to mind while I was speaking on this, pray for that person because they need it. They need it right now. I'm not saying get involved. Nope, not saying that at all. What I am saying is, to whoever this is about, you know, or whoever's feeling this way right now, all those feelings of being pushed aside, not supported, unloved, being a bastard child, whether it be born out of wedlock, whether it be, your family turned their back on you, they threw you to the wolves, they didn't support you, you was in the streets, you was trying to make a way out of nowhere, you was trying to find love in all the wrong places. It's part of your training. Because your mission is to turn that pain into power. That's what your mission is. Turn that pain into power, but in the right way. Because see, what I'm hearing is this person, whoever it is, male or female, just whatever, take what resonates, leave it back, has been using, you know, the power of words, of speech, or the power of sensuality, or the fact that they were attractive, and you know what I mean. They've been luring people in, and they've been misusing people, and then you know I'm hearing somebody was really enjoying inflicting pain on people that was inflicted on them. And that's not good. Okay, so what I just heard was somebody really enjoyed inflicting the pain that they felt as a young person onto other people. But now they're getting to the point where they're realizing that, what am I getting out of it? What did I gain out of it? Only temporary satisfaction. Somebody who's really, I mean, I'll pull a few cards and I won't be surprised if the world comes out. Because somebody is at a point in their life where they're ready to change. They're ready to, uh, that's why. Somebody's ready to turn their life around because they feel they've gotten to a certain age in their life and it's just like, what do I have to show for it? But they've done so much. They've made so many poor decisions. They've been here, they've been there, they've been doing this, they've been doing that, they've been reckless. And now they're paying the consequences of it. Hmm. Now he's paying the consequences. You know, and they're realizing the reason why they're paying these consequences is because they felt like they never had a solid foundation. They felt like the bastard child. And now they're looking at their life. This is what I'm hearing now. Okay, so the person that this is going to resonate with is looking at their life. They're looking over their life, you know, and they're looking back and they're thinking, well, nobody ever loved me. Nobody cared. Nobody showed me the way. And when they did show me the way, it was crooked, crooked, And now I'm at a point in my life where maybe I'm failing in my health. Maybe, I'm losing family members. Maybe, you know, I don't have nothing to show for what I've done in my lifetime. I'm not where I want to be or where I thought I would be. And so they're looking over their life right now. somebody's in a lot of regret. Somebody's in a lot of regret. Yeah. And they put on a brave face. Nobody would know. Nobody would know how much regret there is. Nobody would know. They have this thing about them where, this class clown thing. You know what I mean? So nobody would really know the pain that this person is in. Or, how they feel like a failure, or they feel like the people that they loved and needed the most failed them. You know? But I keep hearing it was training. It was training. It was training. You got a testimony. Whoever this person is, they got a true testimony on how they walked through life, doing it to others and that was done to them. Feeling left alone, feeling abandoned. They would seduce people into thinking that, everything was great and wonderful, get what they want and just leave. You know what I mean? Leaving that person to feel the loneliness and the abandonment that they felt. They intentionally did this. This is what I'm hearing. Oh my God. This is crazy. I am having this download. I didn't want to put this message out, but I kept being bugged. And I'm like, why do I want to talk about somebody feeling like a bastard child? Like, that's so depressing. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a part of evolution. It's a part of evolving. It's part of going through the dark night of the soul. It's a part of accepting you for who you are. It's all a part of going through the steps, the checklist, rejection, abandonment, mommy, daddy issues, not feeling good enough, being insecure, being self-conscious, you know what I mean? Like not feeling like you was good enough or ever will be good enough. Like it's like a checklist. And somebody's at this last box in their journey. And this is a big one for them because they felt like the bastard child. They felt left alone. They felt abandoned. They didn't feel seen. They didn't feel heard. They didn't feel. They didn't feel loved. You know? And they feel like they've tried and they've tried to be in loving as they possibly could be to people, but everything hadn't lined up. The lessons hadn't all been learned. You know what I mean? So they were shortcuts they were trying to take. And, they were jumping in with this and they were jumping in with that. And they were thinking, all right, well, this one's going to work. This is it. This is it. And then it wasn't it. It wasn't it. Well, that was deep collective. I really didn't want to have to bring it. I just really didn't want to bring this here. You know what I mean? Because, people, sometimes when people make you feel like you're the bastard child, they go above and beyond, make you, take small digs at you, they think that go unnoticed. They say little slick shit and, you know what I mean? Like, they sneak dish you, even when you try to be a part of, you know what I mean? And even if they, you get back involved with these people and they sneak dish you or, well, it's all your fault and oh, you did this and oh, you did that and they're not supportive. That's not being supportive. I don't know why this message is coming out, but it's coming out. I'm going to pull a couple comments. I'm not going to make this long. Tuesday. Happy birthday to my Tauruses, especially my favorite one. Happy birthday. May 14th, 2024. Okay, let's see what's going on. Because that was deep, collective. I keep hearing it was part of the training. It was part of learning lessons. It was part of learning self-love. It was part of learning what your purpose is in this world. Are you a teacher? Are you a student? Are you a lover? Are you hater? I don't know. Somebody's that, like somebody's health could be really bad right now. And this is why they're self-reflecting. And they're going through their life and they're thinking about, well, damn, at a young age, I was just thrown away. told me to feel like I was the, outsider, the bastard child. Like I didn't fit in, I didn't belong. Nobody wanted me to be around me. Maybe somebody's health is bad. They're looking at all the mistakes and the reasons why they made these mistakes is because they felt like they weren't loved. They weren't needed. They weren't appreciated. They didn't. Nobody saw their value. This person could put on a fake persona. Like I said, it's like a class clown energy. If you were to see this person, you would never know how much pain they were in. Never. You would never imagine how much pain they were really in. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, if anybody comes to mind, collective, pray for them. I ain't saying go run and save nobody because you can't save anybody. You really can't. You just can't. Everybody has to learn their lessons when it's time. And it feels like this particular person is not doing too well physically, mentally, and they're doing a reflection. They're going back. They're looking at life. The life that they lived was pretty toxic. They just wanted to fly out. Devil. They were probably called the devil. Or, maybe they, trying to deal with the devil and now they got to pay. Crazy. This download was crazy. I really didn't want to do this because I felt like, damn, this is like, boy, this is too personal. Wait a minute, how did you? Okay, I don't want to get this deep on somebody's life, but it just kept nagging me. I was like, you gonna put this message? Okay. It's part of the lesson. Keep hearing. Stand tall, or soldier, stand tall, soldier. You gotta, somebody has to accept the life that they've led has led them to where they are right now. That's what I'm hearing. It was all fun and games, and now you gotta bear that cross. You gotta carry that cross. You gotta. It's so weird. Somebody has to bear the cross of their actions. And they're finally looking back and saying, you know what, I acted the way I acted. I did the things I did because I felt like I didn't have any. Nobody was there for it. Nobody cared for me. Nobody showed me real, genuine love. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. I'm just this 2000. Somebody is having a fucking terror moment. Somebody is really. I keep hearing somebody's not well. Somebody's not well, and they're thinking they're doing an overview of their life, and they're asking themselves, why did I do the things I did? Why did I do the things that I did? And it's because they didn't feel loved. They felt like they were the bastard child. They were the one that was throwaway. They were the one that, everybody didn't want, just didn't trust. They didn't want to be around them. They didn't, you know what I mean? That they were the problem child. You know what I mean? And they felt like, people just turned their backs on them. And they really needed them to be there and solid for them. Okay. They called him a fool. Like I said, class clown. And this person is feeling like a fool right now because they're not doing too well. They're really not doing too well, and they really don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have anybody to talk to. And they feel like a fool because people that they could have talked to, or the people that they could have trusted, or people that really, tried to be there for them, they didn't do right by them. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So this person is feeling like a fool, and they're feeling lonely. They want to take a chance in life. They've taken so many chances in life, and now they're paying the consequences. Now they're paying their consequences. Okay. Mhm. Let's see. We got Page of Cups. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands. Temperance. Ace of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Somebody, we got the Page cards. Like I said, somebody's looking back on their life. They're looking at their childhood. They're looking where they were left, abandoned, rejected, ostracized. They're feeling like, the people that they needed the most turned their back on them. It made them feel like they didn't fit in, they didn't belong. I mean, this does, it's just youthfulness and their child. Somebody's looking at their inner child. You know, um, Somebody wants to send somebody a message, that they feel it can help them. They think that, somebody can help them heal or help them see things in a different perspective, from a different perspective. They're wishing that they could do that because the last card is Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Then you got the Nine of Wands. After that, somebody's feeling heavily burdened. You know, um, they wish they would have had that nurturing mom figure. You know what I mean? Somebody to love them unconditionally. You know, or maybe they had somebody in their life that they loved, that loved them unconditionally and showed them, that mama bear love. You know what I mean? And maybe that person's not there anymore. You know, Queen of Wands. Maybe that person, maybe there was multiple, relationships in their lives, and maybe they, went somewhere, left someone, whatever the case is. Maybe they're feeling right now that they made the wrong choice. And somebody's, wanting peace, wanting balance in their life right now. They want to have a new beginning. They want a new beginning. They want to give and take. They want love. They want respect. They want to give. They want to give. They want to be, loved in return. They want to give love and receive love. They want their wish fulfillment now. Hangman. Hangman in reverse. Somebody's been thinking long and hard on something and they're not wanting to make a move. They want to say something to somebody. They want to make their message. They want, like I said, like I said a little while ago, somebody's, realizing, somebody's at the end, the last bit of their healing journey. Or they're at the beginning. You know what I mean? We've seen it full. It could be the beginning or the end. You know what I mean? Somebody could be at the beginning of this journey of why they have been doing the things that they've been doing all their life. And why they have been doing and acting the way that they have all of their life. You know what I mean? So for some, this message could be somebody's at the end. Somebody's understanding their mission, their purpose. You know what I mean? They stood strong. They knew it was testing. It was training. You know what I mean? So they're standing tall. The soldier is standing tall. The soldier is ready for the next mission. The next, the next mission. That's what I keep hearing. And then we have somebody who's at the beginning of their journey, where they're starting to really look at, like I said, somebody may be in bad health, and maybe somebody may be examining why they're in bad health. Maybe it was because, you know what I mean, like they never knew what real love was. They didn't know what being a part of the family was all about, so they just bounced around, and perhaps maybe they got sick in the process. Maybe they caught a bad decision. Whatever the case is, somebody's at the beginning of this journey, somebody's at the end of this journey. You know, you know, person that's at the beginning because of their, something didn't work out or something didn't go as planned, or they're being faced with a tower moment. We've seen the tower. You know what I mean? A raw realization has hit them, and they can't escape it. It is what it is right now. And they're taking a really good look at why they are in the position that they're in right now. Feeling like the bastard child. Feeling like they were abandoned. Feeling like they were left out. Nobody understood them. Nobody took the time to understand them. Maybe they were, you know, given up for adoption. I don't know. And then later in life found their family. You know, and then, you know, tried to make a to build a bridge that was really just not really able to be built. So they continued on the journey of looking for, you know, instant gratification and, you know, void fillers, place fillers, you know, space holders. You know what I mean? It feels good right now, you know, but I know it's not going to last forever. You know what I mean? So let me just enjoy what I can get out of it right now. Just, you know, I know that, you know, I got to find another one along before this one ends. So, you know, I can get my fill again. And maybe that's where they're, you know, at the beginning of this journey, because again, somebody's taking a really good look and hard look at themselves right now and why they are the way they are and why they feel the way they feel. Or why they've done the things that they've done. And somebody's come up with the conclusion is that they felt like a bastard child. I keep hearing it's part of the training. It was part of the training. You know? Soldiers are very disciplined. Soldiers have to learn a regiment. They have to follow a regiment. They have to become disciplined. They have to sacrifice certain things out of their life. You know what I mean? To train, to be a solid soldier. You know, some do the work, some don't. Some don't mind sacrificing. Some don't mind, you know, being disciplined. Some don't mind, you know, the regiment, the daily training, you know. And some think it's a joke. Think it's a joke. Thought it was a joke. You know, self gratification, ego, pride. Soldier doesn't have any of that. A soldier is accepting of the fact that they have to remove themselves from people, places, and things. They have to sacrifice certain things. They have to sacrifice certain people. And becoming discerning and being fully trained for combat. They take on that mission willingly. Some don't. And whoever this person is, they're in deep reflection. They are in deep reflection. Somebody wants to be loved. Somebody wants to be loved. Somebody wants to express love. Somebody is finding self-love. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it. Whatever. We're here. Knight of Pentacles. Patient, practical, loyal. You know, a soldier is patient. A soldier is practical. A soldier is loyal. A soldier is discerning. The sacrifice that a soldier has to make in order to become a good soldier is phenomenal. Like, it's grueling. It's grueling. Somebody is wishing that they had been a better soldier. And maybe they're blaming, you know, the idea of feeling like a bastard child. It's the reason why they couldn't be a loyal soldier. We gotta take accountability. The magician here. Yeah. Somebody was a chameleon. Somebody was a master manipulator. You know, somebody could pull a trick out of their hat. Like I said, the class clown kind of energy. Somebody is so used to manipulating and getting what they want. until they're now at a point now where they're like, damn, was it worth it? Was it all worth it? Somebody's at a place in their life right now where they're looking at their life and they're really doing, like they're really getting a fucking full view of their whole life. And they're looking at their life and they're saying it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? All the manipulation tactics, all the mind games, all the, you know what I mean? Like the magic tricks, the class clown persona. You know what I mean? It wasn't worth it. Because they lost out on the love. So I heard this. Inner strength, courage, and bravery. Soldier has to have bravery, courage, inner strength. Keep pushing forward. Somebody went away. Somebody didn't hold this down. They didn't know how to be strong. They didn't know how to be courageous. They just know how to be a trickster. You know, every time it was time to be strong, stay 10 toes down. Every time it was time to stay committed to something, have a goal. It was short lived. So they always went on. They moved on. Somebody's sick. Somebody is ill. Somebody is facing something that somebody go to check their ass can't cash. And that's the fucking truth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You got the sun at the bottom of the day, which is beautiful. You know? You've been a voice of reason for someone. Somebody sees you as a son. Somebody sees you as a son. Somebody sees you as the voice of reason. Somebody who teaches, loving, bright, warm, home. Somebody they used to celebrate with. Could be a family member, could be a friend, an ex. You know, they don't feel like you trust them anymore. You don't, you would never make a decision looking their way again. Or they're trying to make decisions that they can't make. They don't know how to make. It's not helping. Whatever they're going through right now, it's not helping at all. You feel like you're being mysterious, you're being cold, you're being, distant. Can't quite figure you out. Empress. This is how they see you. This is how they see you. Whoever this person is, I don't know, family, friend, ex-lover, I don't know. But this is how they see you. This is how they see you. The sun, the high priestess, and the empress. That's how they see you. Male or female. There's no gender entire. The voice of reason. Somebody they should have wholeheartedly trusted. Somebody that made them feel safe, made them feel seen, made them feel heard, made them feel loved. You know, could be anybody. Could be anybody. Whoever comes to mind, collective, shoot a prayer up to the universe for them. Tell God to, you know, help them heal. Mm-hmm. Fool again. Mm-hmm. Might feel really foolish. Yeah, Emperor, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Mm-hmm. Sagittarius, I mean Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Somebody feels somebody, they pretended to be this emperor, but they was really a fool, a class clown. I don't know, this is rough. Whoever's going through this, man, at the beginning, if somebody's feeling like they're dying, somebody's sick, somebody's not doing well, whether it be mentally or physically, somebody is not doing well, and they're going through this self-reflecting stage right now, and they're looking at their life as a whole, and they're thinking about how they've been abandoned, how they were treated like a bastard child, how they weren't treated well, they weren't embraced, they weren't loved, they were just left for dead. They were feeling like they were left out. Somebody's either at the beginning of their journey or at the end of their journey. Again, what I keep hearing, it was all, it was training. It was training. But again, not everybody was prepared to be a soldier. Not everybody was prepared to sacrifice. Not everybody was, in control of their emotions or their lustful, wants and needs. You know what I mean? Like, people gave in to that. People didn't know how to walk away from those, those feelings. They didn't know how to sacrifice people, places, and things. They didn't know how to sacrifice, their lustful ways. They didn't know how to sacrifice. They didn't know how to set boundaries. They didn't know how to be, they didn't know how to set boundaries. They didn't know how to stop being a people pleaser or wanting to be liked by the crowd. Being accepted. Looking like they had it all together or they had it all. They didn't know how to they that fueled. Tomorrow is Wednesday Collective. Let's get one of these dreamers. I got up this morning, went to the gym. Then that's my regular day. And now, I really didn't want to put this message out, but I was like, it wouldn't go away. All right. So let's get a dream weaver. And I'm out. What we got? If the fox can't find his tail, what does it do? Somebody is really self-reflecting right now. Somebody is going through it right now. They're looking at their life and they're looking at all the things that they did that they maybe could have did differently. You know what I mean? They feel like they're caught in between time and space. You know what I mean? Like they don't know, the 3D and the 5D. They're looking at their life through, a slide. It's like a slideshow. They're looking at all the shit that they did to people and all the things that people did to them. And, maybe they were abused. Maybe they were, abused. It's all types of forms of abuse. Then they in turn turned into the abuser. You know what I mean? Like somebody is really looking at their life right now, and that circular thing. It's like a black hole somebody's in right now. Somebody's either in the beginning of their journey or they're getting nearing the end of their journey. In the middle of the bridge. Somebody's in the middle of the bridge, bro. Somebody's fighting for their life right now. Somebody's fighting to understand why they went through everything that they went through in life. Even wisdom needs to rest. Yeah. Somebody's tired. Somebody's really tired. You hear how I'm talking, right? I'm like, somebody is tired. Let's see what the monology on this side. Somebody is tired. Somebody is not well. Somebody's having some serious fucking regrets right now. what I keep feeling. But then I'm hearing on the flip side of that coin is like I said, somebody's at the beginning of their journey, somebody's at the end of it. And they ain't got much longer. Yeah. I was at the gym this morning at 5 o'clock. Oh my God. It's all good. It's all good. Come on now and do it. Let's see what's up. A personal issue reaches a resolution for morning cancer. Somebody could have cancer in their chart, or could be a cancer. But a personal issue is soon to be resolved. It's going to reach a resolution. Surrender to the divine. Somebody's really taking a really deep dive. Somebody's really taking a deep dive right now. Somebody's taking a deep dive and thinking about the things that they've done in their life, why they've done them, and who they blame for they blame people for the life that they've lived. But the reality of it is they're coming to terms with the fact that they were making decisions, they were making moves. You know what I mean? They were the decision, they were the driving force. You know what I mean? And then on the other side, you know what I mean, there's people, like beginning and end of journeys. The soldier that was, stayed 10 toes down, didn't mind sacrificing, didn't mind removing their lustful spirit. They didn't mind, removing the spirit of, addiction or codependency or whatever they were. The soldier stood 10 toes down. And so what I'm hearing is there's two sides to the story. There's the one where the person's at the beginning of their journey and they're starting to realize they were all their own demise. And they blamed everybody and said everybody made them feel like they were the bastard child, when in fact they were probably more smarter than any of them. They had the potential to be great, but because they had no self-love, they felt like they were abandoned, they were rejected, they were overlooked. They let those thoughts consume their mind and their self-worth, and they succumb to it. Well, they are. And then there's the other one who is disciplined, sacrificed, what wasn't working, what needed to go. And now you're ready for your mission. It's all training. All training. Besides this story, take what applies and leave the rest. Okay? Your commitment is being tested. Okay? I said there's two parts of the story. There's one person that felt like, there's, you know what I mean? I think both people felt maybe at one point in their life that they were the bastard child, they were left out, nobody cared, nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody was there to support them. But one chose one side, one journey, and the other. It was like a split between the two swords. You know what I mean? It was a split. You know what I mean? One went one way and one went the other. One succumbed to self gratification, and the other one went towards sacrificing, being disciplined. You know what I mean? Releasing everything that wasn't, that wasn't good for them. They walked away from things. They went into isolation. They decided to go on the training ground. They went to training. There's somebody else in the story didn't want to forego anything, any pleasure whatsoever. They wanted it all. They wanted it all at all costs, and now they're paying the consequences for wanting it all at all costs. Or the other person, on the other hand, like I said, we got two sides to this right now. What I'm getting is two sides. The person is about to reap the rewards for being disciplined, discerning. You know what I mean? Allowing, the spirit of lust to be released. Sacrifice. Because they knew one day, you know what I mean? When it was time, they had patience. And they knew in time, they would get their reward. Or the other person was all about the reward. Right now, give it to me now. Now they're dealing with the consequences of that. So it's a double-edged sword here. We've seen it to a sword. I'll say it again. One made one decision and the other one made the other decision. And now they're both going to reap the fruits of their decision. Who's on your side? Excuse me. So much. What the fuck was that? The Women Outcomes Forecasting. Soldier. Soldier. Yeah, soldier. Yeah, bring love into the situation. Again, like I said, there's two sides to the story. Shit. Wow, that's crazy. Two sides to the story. Somebody felt like the bastard. I'm saying both sides could have felt like the bastard. Johnny. You know what I mean? But one side found their way without using people, without using themselves, destroying themselves. Where the other one chose to use people and destroying themselves ultimately. Because that's what we're dealing with right now. Somebody is actually not doing well, and they're taking a really good look at their life and all the choices that they made and how they chose to blame others instead of taking accountability. But now they have to take accountability for the actions that they've taken because now they're paying the consequences for the actions that they've taken and the choices they made. I'm gonna leave it there, collective. This was a very specific message. Stay sucker free. Hotep always. Take what resonate, leave the rest. Give me a like, leave a comment. I will turn your comment. I will reply to your comment. You know, um, whatever side you want to do on in this story collective. You know, stay strong. Stay strong. Get the help you need. Till next time, collective. Later.